So we are about set to get underway. The Eagles versus the Wolverines. And the Wolverines winning the 6U championship just some moments ago. So Wolverines will be out in the blue and gray, Eagles in the green and beige. And so now we're going to have a kickoff now, as we are now at the 7U. Rules are going to be changing a little bit throughout the day. So the AYFL is one of the premier youth football leagues in Florida. A great board that puts their best interests in the kids and great coaches and some of the best athletes in the state. And we are about set to kick off on this one, 7U Championships, AYFL. And there's the whistle. And this one is underway. It's a short kick. Is muffed, but we're taken in at the 48-yard line by the Wolverines. So 1st and 10 from there. And we are underway in this 7U championship. So that'll make it the 49-yard line for the Wolverines. And the Eagles are going to have to make an early substitution. We're still set to go. The Wolverines going to come out the same look as they did in 6U. And the ball is handed off, trying to get to the outside, but nowhere to go, and is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And, we're still in 7U, so won't be surprised if it's still another run-heavy game. And they're going to say he got just about a yard on that one. Make it 2nd and 9. Now Wolverine offense will break the huddle again, now on the 50-yard line, trying to make their way into Eagle territory. And that ball will be handed off again. And another great tackle, again at the line of scrimmage. And that was the same play. And corner there to tackle him again. So now it'll make a 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. So back-to-back runs not working, not getting much for the Wolverines. See what they do here on 3rd and long. It'll be another handoff. He's got some room to the outside, and he's got a 1st down, and it's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Call it the 27. And I'll make it 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. And it'll be another handoff up the middle. And it's hit hard, and he'll get about 3 yards on that one. And make it 2nd and 7 now for the Wolverines.
Walk him like a dog. Come on. You got me. Come on.
And so here's the 2nd and 7. The Wolverines' run game been going so far. And they'll go back to it. Trying to run to the outside. Stiff arms the man. stiff arms another, but it's taken down inside the 20-yard line.
That's the bad and new one.
And
That's okay.
gain pickup of about 4 there. Make it 3rd and 3. And already better offensive showing than we've had in the last game. So we're under 5 minutes in the first quarter left to go here. Ball is handed off again. Trying to get to the outside, but is brought down, and he'll get maybe a yard on that play. Bring up 4th and 1. And my broadcast partner Jake is now joining me.
Had to run down and grab the rosters real quick. Well, we're good to go now. So
been heavy runs while you were away, Jake.
Well, I'll tell you what, Adam. When I was down there on the sidelines, these coaches, they're ready to go. They were telling their kids, like, "Hey, let's not be sitting down. Let's stand up. Let's get into the game and get going here." They are ready to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. We got started maybe about 5 minutes from the last game.
So the Eagles wearing their white helmets. They got like a tan jersey, tan pants with green numbers. And then the Wolverines wearing navy helmets, gray jerseys, navy pants with black numbers.
So Wolverines come out in 4th and 1. All runs so far. Won't be surprised to stick with it. Now I got to say the Eagles have had some good tackling on the outside, because we had just the one big run for the Wolverines, and that's all they had. And this one's handed off again up the middle. He's got some more room. He's got the first down. The ball is out. It is still on the ground. It's recovered by the Eagles. A flag is down.
And the official signal is this is going to be Eagles ball. So a big fumble recovery there, right at the 5-yard line, Adam. And they stop the Wolverines and hold them from punching that one into the end zone.
Yeah, so that penalty was on the Wolverines, and the Eagles will decline. So they're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own, call it 6-7 yard line.
Remind you here, this stream sponsored by Quick Cut. For any of your high school football players or coaches, Quick Cut has added a recruiting tool to the Quick Cut platform. This allows athletes and coaches the ability to connect with any college program in the U.S. 4:23 remaining. Adam, this has been quite an exciting game so far early.
Definitely. We've had Wolverines were driving good there, but the fumble just killed them. So here's the Eagles on their first drive. And we're going to have a penalty. And that's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Well, that'll give the Eagles a little bit of more room to work with here.
So here's the 1st and 5 following the offsides on the defense. One man set in motion. And that ball will be handed off up the middle, but he's got nowhere to go. Fighting for some yards. And he'll get a yard on that play, bring up 2nd and 4.
It's number 12, Jerry on the carry. Hey, that rhymes.
So first down run, not going for much, bring up 2nd and 4. So about 3:40 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. One man set in motion. He's going to get the ball. Trying to get to the outside.
Ooh, stiff
Breaks
arm
a
there.
tackle. Breaks another tackle. He's up the sideline, and he's got himself a first down.
That was an impressive run. I even threw the stiff arm off that initial Wolverines player that tried to get to him, but was taken down.
Yep, and so here's Eagles first down from their own 18-yard line, called 19. They're going to have 3 backs in the backfield. It's going to be handed off up the middle, and they'll get a couple yards on that play before being dragged down by a Wolverine defender.
First quarter. Eagles on this 2nd and 8. And he jumped.
Let's see who this is on. Look, that's going to be on the defense.
So that'll make this a much more manageable 2nd down.
And make it about and that ball handle up the middle, and that's going to be a first down.
Hey guys, we're broadcasting here. You can't be cussing across the thing, man. Parents at home, kids at home.
Hey, they can't stop it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I can hear myself. I don't know.
So here's another first down for the Eagles. And ball handed off again. Got some room, and he's got himself a 4-yard gain. Called 5.
Eagles offense has done a great job at running the ball. Some good runs, good blocking to get those extra yards. And now he's 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line for the Eagles. Another handoff straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. Breaks another tackle. Is across the 15, taken down at the 45.
That's number 7 on the carry. That is Trenton Darling. An impressive job by him, even though we had a couple of Wolverines trying to drag him down at him. He said, I am not going down anytime soon.
Yeah, that was a powerful run there. And we're going to have a stoppage here, and the Wolverines are going to take a timeout. Coaches want to talk some things over.
I'll tell you what, Adam, it is so impressive that these kids, even in the 7-under group, are just able to power through and pick up a bunch of yards. You know, you might think they're not that strong at that young age, but they're showing that they've got a ton of strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we had the timeout.
I guess. And so here's the first down from the 46-yard line. Eagles now in the Wolves territory, or Wolverines territory, excuse me. Handoff to the outside. He's got a little bit of room. And he's at the sideline. He breaks the tackle. He's still going. But no, they're going to call him out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. And that's going to end the first quarter, still 0-0.
But as soon as you start talking,
drive for the Wolverines ended in a fumble, which is setting up this Eagles drive. And they are in the Wolverines 36-yard line.
And defense turns into offense, right, Adam? They got that fumble recovery, stopped the Wolverines from scoring, and now they're driving down the field and looking to score the first points of this game.
So the teams are set to start this second quarter. Eagles still on a good drive.
And Adam, I remind everybody that the AYFL is one of the premier youth football leagues in Florida. A great board that puts their best interest in their kids, great coaches, and some of the best athletes in the state. So there's a flag down on the play now.
And going to call offsides on the defense, make another 1st and 5 for the Eagles. Got him a couple of times this drive. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Ball's on the ground.
And the Wolverines think they have it, but they're going to say he's down.
Only able to get about a yard there. Pick up 2nd and 4.
.7:22 remaining in the first quarter. Eagles huddling up. And now looks like we have a timeout taken here, so coaches will head out there to talk to their players.
So 2nd and 4 from the Broncos 30-yard, or excuse me, the Wolverines 30-yard line. Still thinking about that last game. And like we said, the Wolverines winning in the 6U division.
Trying to go 2 for 2. Start things off good on this beautiful Saturday.
Now, a lot of football left today, as we got all the way up to 13 new championships today.
And a reminder for everybody tuning in, if you'd like a professional highlight made for your son or grandson, be sure to go to quickcut.com. There's a purple box at the top of the home page. You can click it and fill out the form. Highlights make a great Christmas gift. So 2nd and 4 coming up.
And he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. And we got 3rd and long now.
And now it's going to be a 3rd and long situation for the Eagles. They've done a pretty good job so far today on offense, though, and one of their tougher spots so far.
And so 3rd and 8. Now just inside the 40-yard line. And a handoff underneath. He's got some room. He's got the first down.
That's a great run right there. That's number 21 on the carry. That's Steve Slayton Jr.
And so now it'll be first down from the Wolverines' 25-yard line. And Eagles keeping this drive alive. Solid runs all around.
First and 10 at their own 25.
And that ball's handoff again up the middle. Breaks the tackle and has got another first down. Still going. And has finally rallied inside the 10-yard line.
6 Wolverine defenders all over him, and they could not bring him down. They're finally able to after he picks up the first. And now first and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, and there's the strength you were talking about again at the 7U level. And that'll make it first and goal now for the Eagles. So, and they're going to get him to jump off sides again. No, it's actually going to be a false start on the Eagles.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. Make this a long first and goal situation.
And now they're going to have it from their from the 14-yard line on first and goal. And another handoff up the middle. Pretty decent run there. Gets back inside the 10-yard line. And they're right back where they started. Is a goal to go at.
I look for the Eagles here, Adam, to stick with that run game that they've done all drive long. They've been able to get some great blocks on that offensive line. And if they can continue to do that, this Wolverines defense hasn't been able to show quite yet that they've been able to stop it.
Yeah, definitely. And that definitely wasn't the case for the last game, as they're just all line was just not doing well for either team. But definitely working well for the Eagles here. Run game working, they'll stick with it. And the ball is out.
We'll see who's on top of this one. And it looks like the Eagles did recover it, so it'll be third and goal. Adam, that's the second fumble we've had right down here on the goal line.
Yeah, the same goal line too. That last time the Eagles recovered it from the Wolverines, but luckily the Eagles were able to keep possession here and make it third and goal from about the 5-yard line.
And now a timeout here, water break. Both teams will head to the sidelines, get a quick drink. While we have this timeout, I want to remind you, this stream brought to you by Quick Cut. Better platform at a better price. For any of you high school football players or coaches, Quick Cut has added a recruiting tool to the Quick Cut platform. This allows athletes and coaches the ability to connect with any college program in the U.S. And teams now heading back out onto the field after the water break timeout. All right, Adam, you think we're going to see our first points of the game here?
Very well could. This Eagles run game has been strong. And if they can keep getting the blocks they've had, they can very well punch it in here. So here's a third and goal, another handoff, but it's brought back in the backfield, breaks all the tackles, and is able to get a couple yards. Looked like he was going to be stopped way in the backfield. But now it's fourth and goal from about the 2-yard line. And what a second effort to even get a positive gain.
It was Jason Bellett on the carry. And you're right, Adam, that second effort is what made a huge difference to even give the Eagles a chance on this fourth down. I mean, he was being tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, he had probably 3 or 4 defenders on him, able to get through all of those tackles. And so the 4th and goal from 2 yards out, and we're going to have an Eagle timeout before the play.
And 2:50 remaining in this opening quarter. Still no score. Eagles trying to put the first points up on the board.
And they're going to talk this one over right before the 4th and goal. As this is a big moment here. They can punch it in. They can possibly lead going into halftime.
Punch it in! Punch it in! Punch it in!
Second game of the 8 total that we're going to have today. Of course, the Wolverines winning the 6 and under game just a little bit ago. Had a pick 6 in that game. And now the Wolverines are looking for another big defensive stand.
Yeah, but here's going to be another. So far this game is going to be a much better offensive showing than it was in the last game. So here it is, the 4th and 2. Or excuse me, 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, I should say. And Eagles up the middle, met in the backfield, but he is into the end zone. That's going to be an Eagle touchdown.
Oh, what an impressive run right there. Took a couple of hits, but then dove forward to make sure he got in for the score. And again, that was number 21. That's Steve Slayton Jr.
And solid run there. Was met in the backfield again on that one. And they're going to come out for the extra point. 3 yards out.
That was a good little throw by the quarterback right there to get the ball to the sideline. He hurled it.
And Eagles still trying to get set. Now they will. And they're going to place the ball now for the PAT.
I like the Wolverines' defensive strategy here. Put your hands in the air, wave them around like you just don't care. See if you can get the block.
Any way you can distract that kicker, you can, and they will, as that PAT is short and no good.
Well, good attempt by the kicker. He had the distance, just didn't quite have the height there. That's a tough field goal to check extra point to make on a regulation field goal post. So 6-0 is your score.
And now we're going to kick this one off, and the Wolverines will take over. Last time, to begin the game, it was a short kickoff, almost like an onside by the Eagles.
.242 remaining in this opening quarter. Quick Cut is now videotaping for over 900 teams in the state of Florida. Quick Cut would like to thank the AYFL for choosing Quick Cut for this broadcast today.
And officials going to talk things over before the kickoff.
And it looks like we should be good to go now.
Wolverines
Looks like-
players checking to make sure they got everybody on the field. Still waiting for the referees to get him to go ahead. There's the whistle. And Eagles are set to kick off. And another short one is off a Wolverine, but we're going to have a penalty before the play. And that's going to be offsides on the Wolverines. I believe that player was across the 50.
Number 20 is the one that kicked it line right in the chest. Harris. So we'll have to redo the kickoff, but it'll back up the Wolverines a little bit. I think the Eagles thought that penalty might have been on them. They backed up themselves, but now they're moving up.
And so if he can kick another one of those line drives at him, they could, and it bounces off the chest of another Wolverine, they can easily pick that one up. And kick is short again on the ground, but recovered by a Wolverine.
Yeah, it's number 11, Ronald Roberts. And a smart play by him. You know, he saw that ball was bouncing off a couple of his teammates, and he made sure just to fall right on top of it and give his offense the ball.
Yeah, as much as you know these kids want to run the ball, I got to make the smart play there.
And they'll start this drive just shy of their own 40-yard line.
2:35 left to go in the first half. And Wolverines will now start their second offensive possession. And that ball is handed off. Slips down at the 40-yard line. And he's going to have no gain on that play. If he could have kept his footing there, he might have had a little bit of room.
That's Legend Clark on the carry.
And maybe this turf field not something these players are used to playing on.
And it was a little wet out here this morning when we initially got here. Sun now just coming up.
Second down run for the Wolverines, trying to get to the outside, but he is met in the backfield again. And that's going to be a loss of about 4.
That's number 7, Trenton Darling on the tackle. He's had a couple of big plays in this game on offense, and now making a stand on defense as well.
So this will make it 3rd and about 14 for the Wolverines. And definitely not the start you're looking for on a drive. A couple players don't know where they're supposed to be set up. Now they will. And we're going to have a stoppage for the play.
A timeout taken. I think you mentioned it there, Adam. I think coaches want to get everybody set up. Make sure they're in the right spot on a big 3rd down coming up. Because if the Eagles can get the stop there and get the ball back, as they lead at 6-0 with a minute to go in the second quarter. Of course, the Wolverines would like to try and quickly drive down the field to try and tie this one up. But right now, it's been the Eagles who have been the team has been able to make a couple bigger plays, and that's why they lead 6-0. Especially the offense. They had a nice, solid drive. Able to push the ball all the way downfield.
Yeah, that Eagles drive was set up by the Wolverines' first drive, ending in a fumble in the red zone. And this drive for the Wolverines started nowhere near as good as it did on their first drive. Now faced with a 3rd and 14.
Hey, Yanni! Come out, here you come!
And hand it off. Cuts back up, but he'll only get a couple yards there and make it 4th and 12.
It was a good effort there from from Legend Clark. Tried to make the spin move, but just got tripped up enough. But he does pick it up a couple of yards at him to make it a much more manageable 4th down situation where you can definitely go for this.
Yeah, definitely. With 30 seconds, we might as well go for it anyways. Yeah, that was a solid play by that corner for the Eagles. Able to get to the running back immediately. And this will likely be, we're going to have a stoppage. I was about to say it might be the last play of the half. But the Wolverines are going to take another timeout.
Thinking maybe they can get one more big play off. But they'll probably have time for one more play with 9 seconds remaining before the end of the half.
And they finna go for it! They finna go for it!
Don't forget, if you'd like a professional highlight made for your son or grandson, go to quickcut.com. There's a purple box at the top of the home page. You can click it there and fill it out. Highlights make a great Christmas gift with the holidays just around the corner. Again, we'd like to thank the AYFL for choosing Quick Cut for this broadcast here today. 8 total games on hand. We already had one take place, the 6 and under group, where the Wolverines took that one. Final score of 14-0.
9 seconds left. Neither team has any timeouts left. So here's the 4th and 12 for the Wolverines. And this is likely the last play of the first half. Be handed off. He's got a little bit of room. Breaks a tackle, but is met quickly after. And that's going to bring us to halftime. Scores Eagles 6, Wolverines 0.
An impressive half from the Eagles. They get that fumble recovery and able to drive down the field. Almost lost it in the red zone, but held on to it and got it in the end zone to get the 6 points. And they lead it at half, so we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's the second half of this one in our second game here on this Saturday afternoon. All right, welcome back as we get set here for the second half. It's the Eagles leading it 6-0. And Adam, we've had quite the interesting first half. You had the Eagles driving down the field, had a couple of fumbles, but they were able to recover it and then punch it in for the end zone. The Wolverines, as you mentioned, had a great early drive, but turned it over and not able to get themselves on the board. They'll be looking to change that in the second half.
Yeah, that Wolverine drive you just mentioned, that fumble in the red zone set up that scoring drive for the Eagles.
And a couple of standout players that we've had. One for especially on the defensive side for the Eagles, Trenton Darling. He's made a couple of good tackles. And then Legend Clark for Michigan. He's been able to pull off a couple of good runs, and even when he's had a couple defenders on him, he's been dragging them with him.
Yeah, absolutely. We were saying all last half about the strength that this kid has at the 7U level. And so the Eagles are going to get the ball back to begin this second half. Looking to add to their 6-0 lead.
I don't mind having you up here. Well, you're loud, man. I appreciate your passion.
And well, of course, we want to remind you here, today's stream is sponsored by Quick Cut, a better platform at a better price.
And so the kickoff teams will get out there to begin the second half. And it's first time we're going to get a look at that Wolverines kicker.
Eight minutes remaining here for the third quarter.
And so it's going to be Malcolm on the kickoff for the Wolverines. And the ball is placed on the ground. It's going to be an interesting kickoff. Short one.
Onside kick.
And it's not going to pass the 50-yard line.
It looks like they're going to go ahead and redo that kickoff. So we will try it one more time.
Yeah, this is interesting to see, especially at this level. He's going to try to get some spin on that ball. Maybe it'll bounce back their way. And now that one's going to...
I went even a little bit more short.
Not going to make it. So Eagles are going to take over in opponent territory to start off this drive.
A good chance for them to try, and they already lead 6-0, trying to go up 2 scores.
So they're going to take over from the Wolverine 42-yard line, call it the 41.
We'll have to keep our eye on number 21 for the Eagles. Slavin Jr. He's the one wearing the black helmet.
Yeah, he was doing work on that last Eagles drive. And they're probably going to stick with it to start the second half. First and 10 from the Wolverines' 41-yard line. Come the Eagles set. And they're going to have twins to either side. Coach still getting things set with his quarterback. Now they'll snap it. It's going to be handed off again. And he'll only get about a yard on that play. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, actually.
Good job by the Wolverine defense. Make sure he didn't bounce out to the outside. That was number 13 on the carry. It's Cannon Allen.
So here's a 2nd and 10 following the run for no gain for the Eagles. And one man set in motion, and he's going to get it. Almost hitting the backfield, but he's trying to get to the outside. Stiff arms the man, and is out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. There is a flag down on the field.
That's number 6, Cortez Curtis. Curtis had a good run, bounced into the outside and threw a nice little stiff arm, but unfortunately his run is nullified because of the penalty. And that's going to back him up, so it's going to make it a 2nd and very long.
Yeah, make it about a 2nd and 20. How about a 2nd and 25 even?
But a big chance for the Wolverine defense here now to make a stand and get their offense back out onto the field.
So here's the second and long play, looking to throw after handing it off, and is intercepted by the Wolverines, and they're going to take over from the 49-yard line.
That's number 9, Malcolm, on the interception. That ball kind of came right to him, but able to haul in the ball, make the catch, and get his Wolverine defense off of the field. How about that? A big defensive interception. We've seen that twice now today, Adam. We had the pick 6 earlier, and now the interception.
And so now both teams have had a turnover, a costly turnover. Let's see if the Wolverines can capitalize on it now. Good field position from their own 49-yard line.
We'll see what this Wolverine offense can do with the ball. They look to try and tie this one up.
And it's handed off and met quickly. And he'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage after that play.
Yeah, number 3, Barron on the carry. And Barron didn't really have any room to work with there on that one.
Yeah, it seems as if just they had some great blocking on their first drive, but just had nothing really going since. And now they're going to see if they can capitalize on that interception. And I believe that was the first passing play for the Eagles this whole game. And hand it off again. He's got a hole, cuts back across, flag is down.
And the quarterback, number 7 for the Wolverines, didn't seem to love that call.
And it's going to be holding on the offense, so that'll back that run up. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Back them up way back on second down. Now make it 2nd and 20 now.
Thomas coming back out onto the field after getting the play from his coach. And wind picking up a little bit now here, Adam. And
so here's the 2nd and 20 now. The Wolverines. And they're going to hand that ball off. And he's met in the backfield. Another flag is down.
a late flag that came in there on the tackle.
And that flag is on the Eagles, so that'll get that penalty yardage back for the Wolverines.
Yeah, good. That's a penalty they needed. The Wolverine offense puts them in a much more manageable second down now. Thomas giving the play to his teammates, and now they come out of the huddle for a 2nd and 7.
And that's going to be an offsides on the Eagles. Another penalty that's going to hurt them and make it an even more manageable second down.
The Eagles, 2 costly penalties, Adam. They had them backed up and 2nd and long, and now it'll be just 2nd and 2. And this Wolverine offense continues to move the ball down.
Yeah, you said it, from about just over 2nd and 20. Now only needing 2 for the first. There's 5:45 left in the third quarter. And it's going to be a QB sneak up the middle but he's going to get maybe a yard on that, make it 3rd and 1.
Falls just a little bit short. Good job by the Eagles defensive line to hold and not give him many places to run. As we are approaching the 4-minute mark in this first half, or the third quarter.
And now it's going to be a 3rd and 1. And they go right back to that QB sneak, and he's got the first down and some more. Brought down inside the 35-yard line. And there's a Wolverine first down. And we're going to go to a quick water break.
And while we're at that water break, we want to remind for any of you high school football players or coaches, Quick Cut has added a recruiting tool to the Quick Cut platform. This allows athletes and coaches the ability to connect with any college program in the U.S. So be sure to head over to quickcut.com and check out all of the awesome services you have over there. Of course, I'd like to thank the AYFL for choosing Quick Cut to broadcast these games here on this beautiful Saturday. Adam, it was chillier out this morning, and now in the second game, sun's come out a little bit and the wind's picked up.
We got some beautiful football weather.
And no question about it.
It's looking like it's going to stay that way for the rest of the day, hopefully.
So both teams back out onto the field, and this Wolverine offense will look to try and continue their success as they try to tie this game up. They trail 6-0.
Yeah, the Wolverines have it from the 34-yard line in Eagles territory. It's going to be handed off again. Shakes the defender, and he's got himself a decent gain there.
He picked up about 6 yards on the carry. And I'll make it a 2nd and 4. Wolverines trying to go a little bit of a quicker pace.
Yeah, they're going to break that huddle quicker than normal. Another handoff. Breaks the tackle in the backfield, but is met quickly after for a gain of about 2. Called a gain of 1. And we are under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Eagles still leading 6-0. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here. Player needs to come out of the game.
And number 51 will check in for him. That's Julian who's checking in for the Eagles.
And Wolverines getting a better drive here going. Looking to tie this up. And they're going to still having people get set. Now they are, and they'll hand it off again. The ball is on the ground. And it will be recovered by the Wolverines. Scary play there for the Wolverines on this drive.
We've seen a couple ball security issues in this game, Adam, but luckily it had the one turnover for the Wolverines earlier. But they're able to jump on top of that one and hold on to this ball. But now a 4th and 5 coming up, and a big 4th down as the Wolverines are trying to tie this game. And even though we have another quarter of football to be played, they're not going to have too many possessions left with the Eagles and how good they've done at driving down the field.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Wolverines before this 4th down.
We have to wonder here, Adam, if we're going to see any passing attempts. We saw a couple in that first game. These kids still pretty young, and they're going to stick to the run game as much as they can, but you can't underestimate some of the athletic ability that these kids have, and we'll see what the coaches decide to do on a big 4th down coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said earlier, the wind is picking up, though, so let's see how likely it is they go to the air.
The good news is it's a little windier up here on top of the press box for us than it is down on the field. But you are right, wind is picking up, and that can have a big effect on the ball. And both teams will head back out there. So here we go, 4th and 5.
Wolverines from the Eagles' 30-yard line. The drive was going good, but now it's at a stalemate almost. And direct snap, trying to run to the outside. Flag is down. And he's across the 30, breaks a tackle, and is brought down inside the 25-yard line. Flag is down.
I think he got the first, but depending on where this penalty goes against, might be coming back.
Eagles coach not too happy, it seems. It could be against the Eagles. No, it's going to be against the Wolverines, so that's going to back them up. And they're going to have to do that 4th down again.
And now that's going to make it a 4th and long situation for the Wolverines. And a costly penalty, as they probably would have had that first down.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt too, because that holding was on the back side of the play, where that defender would have had no impact on the play. So here's 4th and about 15. And another direct snap, running to the outside, and is tackled after a gain of only about 2. And they're going to spot him behind the line of scrimmage, actually.
Great
And
job.
that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Great job by the Eagles defense. They had a couple of penalties. Wolverines were driving, but they come up big on these couple of plays right here, and they hold the Wolverines offense and force the turnover on downs. So now they'll get a chance on offense.
Under a minute left in the 3rd quarter. And the Eagles are looking to run some clock out going into the 4th. First and 10 for the Eagles from their own 41-yard line. Following the turnover, big stop there for the Eagles. And met in the backfield to still get the handoff. Cuts it up the field. He's to the outside. He's got some room across the 50. And is finally brought down. He's got the first down and more at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 6, Cortez Curtis on the carry. And Curtis showing he's got some speed.
Yeah, there's a defender in the backfield, but luckily still able to get the handoff there.
And then he was off to the races once he got to the outside.
Yeah, I was a little unsure as where he wanted to go with it, but then he finally found some room to the outside. So now they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line in opponent territory. About 20 seconds left on the clock. Hand it off again, not much there. And in fact, they're going to say he lost about a yard there.
That play made by number 1 on the defense. That's Mason Jean-Pierre.
And following that run, that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. Eagles still lead 6-0.
I don't know if you saw, the reason I knew Mason made that play is because he was going with the full celebration, a little bit of flexing, and then a little bit of a dance after he makes the big play there.
Yeah, stuff like that definitely makes it easy for us up here to know what happened.
You just love to see clearly he's having a lot of fun out there, making a big play, and making sure everybody knows that he's saying that he's got a bright future ahead of him. Of course, I remind you that today's stream is sponsored by Quick Cut, a better platform at a better price. And if you would like a professional highlight made for your son or grandson, go to quickcut.com. There's a purple box at top of the homepage. You can click and fill it out. These highlights make a great Christmas gift with the holidays just around the corner. All right, back now for the fourth quarter, Adam, with this 2nd and 11.
And that ball is handed off. He's got some room, and he is still going. He's got the first down and even more. Brought down just outside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 2, Liam Strange on the carry.
Another big run there for the Eagles.
And he's a tall kid right there, Adam, as he was towering over the rest of his opponents. And able to put on the Jets a little bit there and get this ball deep into Wolverine territory.
Run game working, they'll stick with it, but not that time. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. And no, he's going to lose a yard on that one. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Slayton Jr. on the carry. Adam, I'm looking for Mason again to come out here. He's been the star for me on the Wolverine defensive side. See if he can make another big play on this 2nd and long.
Yeah, definitely. He's been a part of pretty much all of those Wolverine stops. So here's the 2nd and 12. Handed off. He's got some room again, trying to make it to the outside. Jukes a man and is finally tackled after a gain of about 7.
How about that run from Strange? He is bouncing all over up and down the field, showing that not only can he put on the speed when he needs to, but he also has some good vision to get downfield.
Yeah, definitely. Was able to maneuver right by a defender there. And we're going to have a stoppage here. Wolverines coach is not happy.
Yep. Under 6 minutes to go now in this fourth quarter. The Wolverines, Adam, they need to stop. They trail 6-0.
So a 3rd down run is blown up in the backfield. Ball is on the ground and is recovered by the Wolverines. And right as you said it, they get the stop and the turnover.
It's exactly what they needed, and the Wolverines sideline is fired up. And I believe that was number 20 on the recovery. Which would be Harris, who we saw earlier on offense, and now he makes a defensive play. He had multiple Wolverine defenders on the tackle. Ball comes out. Harris able to fall on top of it and get that ball.
And so this could be a big drive, big drive for the Wolverines, as you know, possessions are hard to come by at this level. And 5:35 left in the game.
If the Eagles are able to score there, Adam, that puts this game kind of out of reach in a 2-score with limited time. But now, with over 5 minutes remaining, you can drive down the field and try and tie this one up.
And that ball is handed off, but there is a flag on the field.
That's number 4 again. It's Legend Clark. He's been the main back for the Wolverines, and the referees telling these Eagles sideline to make sure they back up. Eagles coaches have been very vocal.
So this will make it 2nd and 7 now. Quarterback still getting set. He will now. Another handoff. He had a little bit of a hole there, but is met after gain about 5 yards.
Fought for the extra yards there. And it's none other than Legend Clark on the carry.
So here's the 3rd and 2 now, about 5 minutes left in the game. And Eagles only leading by 6, so if the Wolverines can drive down and get an extra point in, they can very well lead the edge of winning this game. Hand it off again. Tries to bounce it to the outside, but is tackled immediately. Flag is down.
That's a great tackle from Jason Bellett.
And that's going to put a holding penalty on top of that tackle and back him up even more.
Yeah, Zaire Barron tried to get to the outside and wanted to make a move, but then you had Bellett come screaming down the right side and went for the feet and make sure he wrapped up his man and took him right down to make a big stop there. And now the Wolverines in a 3rd and long. They look to try and drive down the field and tie this one up.
So here's the 3rd and 12. And they could just not get set. They finally will. Hand it off. He's got a little bit of room, and another great tackle. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, make it 4th and 12.
And guess who it was, Adam? It was Jason Bellett again with another fantastic tackle on the outside.
Yeah, we've seen that great open field tackling this whole game for him. And got another stoppage here. Players will meet with their coaches, and we're going to have a water break.
Water break timeout. This is where we'll take a second to remind you. The AYFL is one of the premier youth football leagues in Florida. A great board that puts their best interest in their kids. Great coaches and some of the best athletes in the state. We want to thank them for choosing Quick Cut to broadcast these games here on this Saturday. 8 total games for you. I've already had one take place where the Wolverines in the 6 and under group won that one by a final score of 14-0, and now we have the 7 and under group going right now with the Wolverines taking on the Eagles. Adam, the Eagles showing that they're just like the actual Philadelphia Eagles, who are having a great season over there in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're on the brink here of winning a championship of their own in the 7U AYFL championships. That clock ticking down on the 4th and 12. And Wolverines are still not set, wasting some time here. And they're going to have trips on both sides here.
And looks like Wolverines are trying to get their play set.
And he's going
to
punt it away. And now I'm going to be honest with you there. I thought he was going to pull the wrong ball trick on him.
He kind of picked up the ball, walked over to the middle of the field, and then just booted it. Good little punt, though. So the Eagles will get the ball back already in Wolverine territory with 3:10 remaining in this fourth quarter as they look to try and close this game out.
Yeah, I mean, only 3 minutes left. I know it was a 4th and 12, but not going to be much time left. You're definitely not guaranteed a possession anymore. And we'll see if that decision to punt it will hurt them or not.
It was a 4th and very long as well, so it would have been tough to pick it up. I think if you're trusting your defense right here to try and make a big stop, and if they can get your offense back onto the field and an opportunity to try and tie this game up.
Eagles missing a player. Eagles missing 2 players that are now on the field. And they're going to start from the 43-yard line in opponent territory. And that ball is on the ground, but recovered by the Eagles in the backfield.
Well, just as I said, Adam, right? If your defense can come up with a big stop, then you'll have a chance to get the ball back, and a good start there for the Wolverines defense.
And
timeout.
Coach is obviously not happy with that fumble there. We're going to talk some things over. As you know, when we're coming down to it here, any and every play could make the game.
We've had some very close games that have come down to the wire. The first 2 so far on this Saturday, this 8-game slate. Today's stream, of course, being sponsored by Quick Cut, a better platform at a better price.
So here's 2nd and 13 following the fumble recovered by the Eagles, though. And they're going to be looking to put this game away, excuse me. .255 left in the game. And that ball is going to be handed off. Shakes the defender and is hit hard. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And we're going to have a Wolverine timeout.
Remind you, coming up next after this game, it's going to be the Delray Rocks taking on the PPO Bengals. And that will be the 8 and under group in our third matchup of the day. Make sure you keep it right here on the Quick Cut YouTube channel. If you're watching with us live. Don't forget, if you'd like a professional highlight made for your son or grandson, you go to quickcut.com. And there's a purple box at the top of the homepage. You can click it, fill it out. These highlights make great Christmas gifts with the holidays just around the corner here.
So here's the 3rd down for the Eagles, back where they started this drive. And we're going to have a penalty here. Both sides jumped, and it's going to be a false start on the Eagles. And that'll back them right up.
Well, you went from maybe trying to run out some of the clock here and end this game to now you're in a 3rd and 15, I would say.
And I want to hand it off underneath. Gets past the defender, stiff arms a man. And it's across the 40-yard line, brought down to the 38. And
yeah, I think Liam Strange wasn't too happy about being backed up, so he took matters into his own hands and powered through a couple Wolverine defenders and has made this a much more manageable 4th down.
Yeah, solid 10-yard gain there to get the penalty yards back and more. Make it a 4th and 5 one. We are approaching the 2-minute mark in this final quarter. And if the Wolverines can make a stop here, they'll have maybe a minute and a half to try and come back. And we're going to have a stoppage before the play, and the Eagles are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, well, they want to make sure they get everything going smoothly here on a big fourth down play. If they can pick up this fourth down, Adam, it puts the game in a almost but over situation. But if the Wolverines are able to make a stop and turn over the ball, they got a chance to get something going on offense and possibly tie it up.
Yeah, if the Wolverines can get this ball back, they're going to have to pick the pace up because they would have some pretty decent length of the field to go, about 60 yards with probably about a minute and a half left.
Two games that have come down to the wire so far. We've seen a lot of talent already on the field. And we'll see who will be the one to step up and be the hero of this one.
Trying to draw him off sides, no go. Ball's finally snapped, handoff underneath it. It's stopped in the backfield. So that's going to be a turnover. The Wolverines are going to take over.
Number 5, Tony Cook on the tackle. Got him right in the backfield, wrapped him up. And now the Wolverines offense heads out onto the field.
And they're going to have a minute 49 seconds to go 60 yards and tie this game up. And now the Eagles did not convert an extra point on their touchdown. So if they drive down, get an extra point or 2 point, don't matter. They could win this game in the final seconds.
Hey, we'll have a long way to go, Adam, but we've seen these teams can pull off a couple of big plays, so if they can get a few of those, they'll be right into the Eagles' territory.
And direct snap, going to take it himself to the outside, but is wrapped up in the backfield again.
A huge tackle there. None other than Trenton Darling for the Eagles, who's made a couple of big stops. And he makes another big tackle there.
And here's 2nd and 15 now. Following a tackle for a loss and make it 65 yards to go, under a minute and a half. And keeper again. He's got a little bit of room trying to get to the outside. Cuts it back in and is taken down, and he's going to get about 6 yards in that play. And that'll make up for the lost yardage. Under a minute to go.
It's number 3, Zaire Barron. And the Wolverines trying to move quickly now with 45 seconds remaining.
And likely going to stick with the same play here. Taking a while to snap. And we're going to have a penalty, false start on the offense. That's going to back those Eagles up again.
It almost completely wipes away that last play that they had. And now a 3rd and 14.
That clock going to roll on, under 30 seconds left. Another keeper wrapped up in the backfield again. 4th and long now, 15 seconds left. And that's most likely going to seal this game for the Eagles. Offense trying to run one more play. And the game is over. The Eagles are your 7U champions. And what a game coming down to the wire.
Number 50, Caden Stewart, who made the big tackle in the backfield. He was getting ready to come off the field, but the coaches are telling him to get back on there just in case. But they end up getting the win. Congratulations to both teams for making it this far into the championship, but congratulations to the Eagles who come away with a win. A final score of 6-0. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our third matchup of the day as the 8 and under group gets ready to get set here in just a few moments.